Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Good morning, Mustangs. Today is Wednesday, May 28th. I'm Katie McDermott. Mustang News starts now. The Cal Poly community is coming together after a deadly rampage in Isla Vista last Friday left 7 people dead and 13 more injured. Cal Poly administrators sent out an email to students on Monday expressing their sadness at the event and saying they had offered help to UCSB's chancellor in, quote, whatever way needed. A board was also placed in the UU Plaza where students can share their support. One Cal Poly student was at the candlelight vigil in Isla Vista.
Just seeing how strong the community around me was and how close they came together, it felt really good seeing everyone help each other and support each other in this really difficult situation.
Cal Poly also hosted a live streaming of UCSB's memorial service in Shumash Auditorium. Students stayed up for 24 hours straight last weekend, but it wasn't to study for finals. Reporter Mallory St. George was at the Relay for Life and found out what the event is all about.
Students and members of the San Luis Obispo community came together to participate in the 10th annual Relay for Life at Cal Poly. The volunteer-based 24-hour walk raises money for the American Cancer Society. Cal Poly's event had more than 300 participants, making up 43 teams, and raised more than $20,000.
All the money we raise, again, goes for education, so it talks about prevention and research to research cures, and service, like people who are too ill to drive to the doctors.
The event included the traditional Survivors Lap, which celebrates those who have beat cancer, the Luminaria ceremony, where participants light candles to honor those who have lost their lives to cancer, and the Fight Back ceremony, which symbolizes the emotional commitment to fighting cancer and saving lives year-round.
I mean, knowing that there's so many people around the country that just, even if they don't know you personally, are fighting for you and trying to help people fighting the same battle that you are, I can really just give people hope, and hope's powerful.
Mallory St. George, Mustang News.
President Armstrong was among the speakers at the relay that shared their stories about cancer. Cal Poly has more than 300 clubs, and some are more unique than others. The fencing club hosted the 2014 Slow Open in Mott Gym this weekend, and Morgan Butler was there to check out the competition.
5 years ago, I just kind of decided that I wanted to start, so then I Googled a club close to me, and I found one. And then the rest was history.
I'd never really participated in sports much before, and I discovered fencing was kind of something that I really enjoyed.
At first, fencing was just like any other sport to me. It's with swords, so it was pretty interesting, and I just got into it really quickly.
I just try and be really clear-headed. I try not to have any expectations going into it, and just try and stay focused.
You gotta kind of pump yourself up a little bit. You have to sort of feel like that nothing can stop you, and that your opponent doesn't have anything. Like it's not. No, I win. That's what it is.
I get really nervous when I fence because there's always another person that can easily beat you, so you always have to stay focused.
What you really try for is just getting that one light, and when you get that, it's extremely satisfying.
When you don't get the touch, it's the opposite feeling. So then you have to keep going. Then you gotta all right, what I do wrong? Now I gotta get that touch.
It's a really good combination of physicality and a mental game that gets put together in a very unique way.
It's really physical chess. There's a mind game that you have to play with your opponent that is you do have to do at the same time as you're physically doing a sport.
We're just competing. We try to hit people and try not to get hit ourselves.
It's replicating sword fighting on a strip. It's great.
Classes for the fencing club begin each quarter. No experience or equipment is required. And now let's go ahead and take a quick look at today's weather. It's going to be sunny and clear with a high of about 82, winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. We're going to have a low of 48 and gusts of up to 25 miles per hour during the evening. It'll start to cool down tomorrow. That's it for Mustang News for this Wednesday. You can tune in to our weekly half-hour broadcast. That's on Charter Channel 19, UHTV Channel 7, and Campus Channel 2. Have a great rest of your day, Cal Poly.